If you're a conservation activist in Taiwan, you might have heard of the talk of forming the 9th national park of the country called the Southern Four Isles. For those who don't know about this, we have prepared a new series to tell you the importance of this new proposal, its location, and why the Four Isles should be protected. Here's our report.
The Penghu Islands holds one of the most beautiful beaches in the world and used to be Taiwan's most abundant natural fishery.
Penghu sits right on the Tropic of Cancer, so it has fishes that come in from the temperate zone and also from the tropics. From the perspective of biodiversity, the archipelago is truly a treasure vault.
When a tributary of the Kuroshio Current joins up with the warm water mass from the South China Sea, they travel northward through the channel known as the Black Ditch, which passes through the archipelago. The flow of the current sustains and gives birth to abundant ocean wildlife, but due to overfishing, yields continue to diminish in spite of ever-advancing equipment. According to statistics of the Penghu Fishermen's Association, in just 10 years, yields have seen a reduction of 70%.
The sea around Penghu suffers from severe overfishing. The situation actually epitomizes the depletion of fishery resources all around Taiwan.
Actually, all ocean wildlife is at risk due to overfishing. Studies conducted abroad showed that the demand for the world's fish has increased by 60% in the last 40 years, while deep-sea trawling has endangered 236 species and led to the disappearance of highly valued species.
Of all human impacts on the oceans, fishing is probably the most harmful. But rather than provide a solution to overfishing, fish farming is making the problem worse. For every kilo of farm fish, we need to take 4 kilos of fish from the wild to feed the caged.
Though aquaculture may not be the true solution for ocean conservation, there is no turning back for Penghu. Meanwhile, millions of tourists who visit every year continue to burden the local environment, which is without a wastewater management facility. Add the problem of climate change and the local ecology can simply collapse at any time.
After the frost passed, the seafloor was full of dead fish. Do you know how much? At least 3,000 tons.
A sudden drop in temperatures back in 2008 led to fish death en masse covering some 320 kilometers of seashore in the archipelago.
You'd be lucky to spot a small fish in the sea. Even the corals died. What was gonna save Penghu?
The frost completely disrupted the local marine ecology and forced the initialization of Taiwan's largest ever marine investigation. For 3 years, Zheng Mingxiu stayed here to investigate.
As we investigated, we found that surprisingly, the ecology in the islets of Dongyuping, Xiyuping, Dongji, and Xiji were the healthiest. At the time, the term Southern Four Isles wasn't even coined yet. I began to think, how was I going to save Penghu? And my solution was habitat conservation.
Zheng proposes that the Southern Four Isles should be made into the 9th National Park of Taiwan to preserve the area's beauty and also to help restore the fish population of Penghu.